conspiracy theories are only theories until proven fact. Yeah, well, there are real conspiracies. Most conspiracy theories are stupid because people want to find the mystery shit. They want to find Bigfoot, you know, when meanwhile there's a bunch of real live animals that are way more interesting than Bigfoot. If we found Bigfoot, Bigfoot would be in a fucking cage right next to the monkeys at the zoo. If we found them, if we really caught him, they would be like, "Look, there's a big ape." You know, decision about something like JFK, Oswald acted alone, and people just get that in their head. Oswald acted alone. It's very difficult for them to look at contrary evidence and take it into consideration. Like it's almost like there's a competition going on. They want their side to be right, and people have a real hard time. And our friend that we were talking about with the chemtrails didn't want to. Like, we were having an argument with him where I was saying, "Listen, man, you don't know." Like you say, with the research that I've done, I'm like, "You're watching YouTube clips? Right. Is that what constitutes research these days?" And he was like convinced that chemtrails are real, and I'm like, that doesn't. They make no sense. And the other thing the pilot had that was a good point was like, he's a pilot. He's like, believe me, man, pilots would be talking about it. Right. Like, it wouldn't be like something that's that easy. You could just hire a guy to fucking spray every city in the world every day of the week, and they're gonna keep their mouth shut.
Plus,
how funny is this? Bill Maher isn't even doing his research. Like, he's twittering something that everybody says about Mithra, but it was disproven.
He gets his news by the paper.
Here it is. Mithra, born 1225, 12 disciples, died, rose on the third day, performed miracles, known as a lamb, the way, the truth, the light, 600 years before Jesus Christ. I see what his point is. His point is what he's trying to say. It's like, hey, there was no, there was no Jesus Christ. That this fable, this myth, has existed in many different forms. But the Mithra thing is totally wrong, because the Mithra thing, if you just Google Zeitgeist, the movie Debunked, this guy gets really into the mythology behind, in Zeitgeist, they talk about how Jesus really is basically the same story as all these different stories before, and one of them was Mithra. And so Bill Maher, quoting on his thing that Mithra was born 1225, had 12 disciples. Well, if you go to this other site, that this guy seems like a really intelligent guy. I don't know if he's right, but he's talking about, but he's researched it at least. He's talking about the myths and the legends of Mithra are numerous in account and span several different cultures. He says, I ran into a brick wall of sorts trying to track down any of this information. I cannot find any evidence of his birthday being December 25th. The only dates that correspond to him are his festival on October 8th and another on September 12th through 16th, a cattle pairing festival October 12th through 16th. This is the important part. There's absolutely no evidence anywhere that he had 12 disciples or 12 of anything for that matter. No Mithraist scholars seem to know about it. He was not born to a virgin, but rather out of solid rock. So, I mean, it's really interesting. People there's not enough research of information. People don't really look these things up. They quote a little bit of something that they saw on the internet, and that's the problem. Is there's no way you can have access to everything. There's no way you can know about everything. It's impossible. So there's going to be a lot of shit that you're talking about, you form an opinion on, when you're really just talking out of your ass. And that's where most people are when it comes to conspiracy theories.
With
everything. People talk out of their ass, and because people have a huge vested interest in being correct about things. People hate being foolish. They hate being the dumb one. They hate being uninformed. People love correcting people. They love, like, your is you apostrophe R-E, as in you are. Okay, you're a fucking awesome dude because you spotted that guy. Meanwhile, I do that all the time.
That's kind of
being an asshole.